Hello, my name is Erica, and I'm the Dyslexic Trekkie. Before I get started, I'd like to welcome all the new subscribers. Your interest really helps out, and Ensign Bradbury has agreed that for every 100 subscribers, he'll let you all hear one of his kitten's logs. This is going to be another one of my semi-off scripts. I had come up with this idea around the same time I came up with my favorite duos. There's another friend group I wanted to talk about, and it is Top 5 Frenemies in Star Trek. This list actually took more work than I expected to figure out. There's one very obvious one that I love. Other than that, it took some real thought because everybody's supposed to kind of get along. People are supposed to be able to find a way to work out differences and find commonalities. So the concept of the frenemy is a little bit more difficult. But at the same time, I don't think it's completely off the wall because even those people that you're antagonists towards, you're supposed to try to find some common ground with. So to start off, I'll say number 5, the early Chief O'Brien and Dr. Bashir. Now later on, the two become really good, solid friends, but at the very beginning, though Dr. Bashir genuinely respects and likes Chief O'Brien, the feeling's not mutual. He tolerates his senior officer, annoyed that Dr. Bashir doesn't really follow the whole rank formality thing, which is something I bring up in my top 5 duos, but this is where it's an actual issue. Later on, they figure it out, but in the first couple of years, they don't get along. The next one, number 4, is Spock and McCoy. And again, these two are lower on the list because they are actually friends who just bicker a lot. Dr. McCoy is constantly annoyed with Spock for his impartial solemnity. Spock is, I would say, annoyed, but he's a Vulcan. Though it always feels like Vulcans are allowed to be annoyed, but he gets egged on by Dr. McCoy frequently in their little, I don't want to say feud, but just bickering between the two of them. Again, they are friends, they're just very antagonistic to one another. And third, we are getting further down the friends but not friends, which is Tuvak and Nix. I think they have a very genuine and honest friendship, but because they're just so completely different, they can't really be great friends in any normal conventional sense. And let's not forget that when Tuvok mind melds with basically a Beta Z psychopath, the way he releases his frustration and inability to control his emotions, he kills Neelix repeatedly on the holodeck. There's just something kind of great about that. Number 2, and we're getting into the more enemies than friends, and the inspiration for this list, Otto and Quark. There's not many times that you really see the two be friends in any conventional sense, and when they do have some friendly interactions, it's kind of doubled down with how much they hate each other. I love when they get trapped on the planet and have to climb a mountain and they're fighting over rations that are literally just crumbs, and at the end when they finally get rescued, they're on the ship, they look to each other and say, "I hate you. I hate you too." It's just so wonderful. And then of course when Odo leaves DS9 for the last time and Quark comes in to razz him just one last time and Odo just does not take the bait, Major Kira turns and says, I'm sorry, you know he cares about you. And he goes, "Are you kidding? Did you see the way he turned his back on me? That man loves me." They get each other in the worst, most dysfunctional way possible, and Deep Space Nine would not be Deep Space Nine without Odo and Quark at each other's throats. It starts that way, it ends that way. Their relationship does not grow in any way possible, and it never should. Last, and definitely number 1, the two people who are absolutely enemies but can't help but like each other, Q and Picard. Captain Picard and Q are iconic from Season 1, Episode 1 of The Next Generation. Nobody gets under Picard's skin like Q. And it is true that Q sees Captain Picard as a pet, and he toys with Captain Picard as a pet. There's moments when they're doing their thing, and you can almost see Q holding a feather in front of Picard's face to irritate him. Like, that's the mental equivalent of what he's doing. And Captain Picard can't help but play into it. He tries not to. He can't help it. I think Q is, from the very beginning, trying to teach Picard, and in that, the entire Federation, something important. I believe that he had a very important point he was trying to make, and it was something Captain Picard, along with the Federation, needed to learn and also remember. Don't get too big for your britches. You are not as great as you think you are. You are vulnerable out here. My Anson agrees. It was an important lesson to learn. We're almost done. We are, I promise. But in the end, Q took care of his pet. That's my top 5 frenemies. If anybody has any ideas for any other top 5 lists you'd like me to go through, I would love to hear it. These are kind of fun to do. Just thinking and talking about these characters always brings me so much joy. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. If you have any thoughts, feelings, or ideas, please share in the comments below. If you notice any spelling or reading mistakes in this video, please comment within the first week of posting for the chance to choose a future topic. Again, my name is Erica, and I'm the Dyslexic Trekkie. I have to admit, Ensign Bradbury is a fan of Neelix. I think it's the kind of feline-ish features. Although, I think he's more warthog. Ray believes he's more feline. But let that be as it is.